Wow, look at that. Look at all those lights. Oh,
The smell
reading
of
Lisa's
the
narration.
salt and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane.
Ooh, fancy city, fancy city.
The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma.
Ooh, a little like sort of flute with the theme.
All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
Who's you? Is she writing it for like what, for Papalimo? Alright. Kraken's arm deckhand, thank you. Thanks again for saving us from certain death at the hands of Lorelei and whatnot. We'll not soon forget it. No problem, sir. No problem, sir. Never encountered that shit before? I guess not. Taro? Strange, is it just me or is the ground swaying? Dude, yeah, sometimes you get that feeling after you step off of a ship. Yeah, take time to readjust yourself to terra firma. By the 12, I have never been happier to be back on terra firma. Exactly. Our voyage has instilled in me a new appreciation for surfaces which do not move of their own accord. Yeah, ma'am. Like, sailing is nice and all, but going sailing for long duration, yeah, that's a little late for some, but, you know, not for me. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. I would say. 'Tis very colourful, is it not? Cavalier, thank you for captaining us here. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. No problem. Glad your crew did not sustain any losses in that. I'm glad to be of help. Considering it fair trade for also getting us here safely. All right, let me. We're gonna pick up this one, the barred one. Achievement unlock. Incidentally speaking. Anything else to say, Cavalier? Myriad lights await you should you elect to explore and experience, assuming you are sufficiently open-minded. That is, I, alas, cannot afford to linger. I'm wanted in these parts, you see. You can tell by first glance that this place is inspired by Japanese culture. Heck yeah, you can. Heck yeah, you can. It's very cool. It's very cool. You know, a lot of inspiration from different cultures across many different zones. But yeah, this place is very cool. Very cool. I like it. Alrighty. See, these guys have the same lines. Yes. All right, Alfino. Despite traveling halfway around the world, Alfino is in no mood to take in the sights. Yeah, we gotta try to find ties or something. Make contact with, or get to Doma, I think. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Yeah, we have absolutely zero ties in this place. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. I concur. Captain Carvalan, I realize you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard, were you in our position. Yeah, as a man of the sea. Suggestions? At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port? Surely there's a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. I was just wondering, I don't know, is it how much restriction? Is there a lot of Garlean forces traveling the seas? Would they be anyone willing? Is there maybe regular people that make trade routes to Doma or something? We could purchase passage on, I don't know. More information. The captain does make a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Gosetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Try to hear rumors, or maybe if they're still here. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Is that why you came with us here, Totaro? She's just like, going to a new place in need of contacts, I'm on it. Captain Carvalan, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? Oh no, not the right voice. Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in the large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze hostelry Shiokaze. I think that's... Shio is salt and Kaze is wind, so Saltwind? Saltwind hostelry? Is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect, or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course! Surely you did not think I'd traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Oh, well, weren't we also, like, I don't know, paying you? Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. Yeah, good luck on the journey back. Hope no high spooky shit happens to you like that again. See, dangerous place. Right then, to the hostelry. After you. Ooh. So I have like a stone-ish, gravelly flooring running through here. Holy shit, is this barrels of like liquor? Sake, wine?
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
We're not in Eorzea anymore, Toto.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else.
A tavern
Now,
is a
if you'll
tavern.
Excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Totaro, tried hand. Also assuming they will probably they'll speak the same language, but you're assuming they also speak the same language.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume.
Who the fuck
I
are
hope
you?
Your voyage was not too trying.
Who the fuck are you? How do you know us? Want to fight right here, right now? What is this? What's it to you?
And you are?
Who let you know about this?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Hancock.
At your service.
Okay.
On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugane. and invite you to take refreshments at our local
How the
offices.
fuck did Lolarito hear word of this? He's probably got somebody in one of the armies. It's just like, a plan to build a resistance in Doma. Okay, alright. I have a man in Doma. Can ingratiate myself with the Scions.
Lolarito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
Yeah, but like he's our like only liaison here, so maybe we can at least entertain him, but not like commit to anything.
My, such naked suspicion.
No shit, my dude, no shit.
I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
Okay, alright, listen, dude. All I'm saying is that Lolarito did not have to. He got wind of frickin' Teleji Adeleji's bullshit. He could have stopped that way sooner than before Teleji tried to drag our name through the mud. And then on top of that, Lolarito himself participated in dragging our name through the mud. It was at that very banquet that he was just like, he accused Raoban of being in league with the Scions. In league with the Scions. I'm just saying, like, he shoved us under the bus. And we will not be afraid to do the same. Just saying.
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Don't bring up the Crystal Braves here, dude.
Oh dear, have I offended you?
Yes.
Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing.
Candid speech of the Uldan markets.
Might I suggest that we continue
here.
this conversation at the company
I don't trust him.
offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolarito's invitation.
'Cause beggars can't be choosers often, though. Beggars can't be choosers. We got nothing here. Though we do not know this man. And he could have a terrible reputation here, and even being seen with him might put us in bad with the people before we're even started, so who knows?
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government.
Like?
Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. They let the Garleans have an embassy here. Maybe they were just like, give us an embassy. Load shotgun. They're just like, okay. Also, look at this dude. Beastman?
To paraphrase,
Turtle.
Kugane is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
But what this Higashi, I believe this nation was called. Like, why specifically vie for influence here? What does Higashi have? I mean, like, there's a lot of... I'm sure, like, spies exist in, like, all places and stuff like that, but what are they particularly trying to influence here?
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Synchronized nod. Alrighty. Kataru. I don't trust him one bit, and neither should you. Of course I don't trust him, of course. This guy's shifty shady. He works with Lolarito. Automatically he's bad in our books. Alice? I dare say Alphino has met his match. In terms of diplomacy of the Silver Tongue. Eh. So there are Imperial spies everywhere. Great. Just great. Forgive me, the mere mention of the East Aldenard Trading Company is enough to... I'm fine, truly, you need not worry. I just fucking hate the bastards. No, understandable. Alright. Hancock? And you must be Kelvin Light, slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard, stealer of pets. What's that last one? If some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed. I don't know if I've ever stolen anybody's pants. Maybe they're harkening back to one quest line? Some obscure quest line? Don't know that. That last one sounds a bit iffy, but most of these other ones are definitely all true. I knew it. May I say what an honor and pleasure it is to make your acquaintance, my lady. I just know you and I are going to get along famously. No, we won't. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way, if you'd be so kind as to follow me. There's a quest at the docks, though. There was a quest at the docks. Hello, Tenzin. Hello. A visitor to Kugane, I take it. Is there aught you require? Ooh, Lord Dude. What do you do here? I am Tenzin, a custom officer of this port, charged by the Lord Bugyo. Bugyo? To ensure that no forbidden articles enter our lands. Though ours is an open port, it does not mean one can bring in whatsoever one desires. If you wish to conduct business here, you must do so within the bounds of our laws. Those who attempt to import goods deemed a threat to our nation's security will be placed in Sikasegume custody and dealt with severely. If you would see your own shores again, consider yourself warned. What kind of place is this? That you stand here means you should already know this, but I shall humor you nonetheless. Kugane is a port city situated upon Shishu, the westernmost island of Hingashi. Amidst a policy of national isolation, it has the distinction of being the sole port open to the outside world. I see, very isolationist nation. As all foreign trade is focused here, we custom officers are kept constantly busy, but we cannot afford to be remiss. Without exception, all foreign vessels are required to undergo inspection at Pier Number 2. Alright, cool beans, thank you, dude. Falcon Porter. Oh, dude, is that... Oh, look at this! Bird! This guy's got like a little like Valken, like sort of like metal hood thing too. Hello. I sigh. Good morrow to you, madam. Do you wish to hire a Valken Porter? Oh, it's Valken Porter instead of a Chocobo Porter, I see. I say, it's not your first visit to the stop. In that case, I shall add your name to the register. Okay, thank you. Ethan and Chad. Very cool. Oh, there's the main aetherite out this way. Okay, okay. Haboku. Sake seems a simple drink, but depending on the place it was made and the hand which made it, the flavor is subtly different. She'll have to sample them all. Sake connoisseur. Shitan, hello. Welcome to the Shiokaze Hostelry. Should you wish to sample the flavors of Kugane, or simply rest and recover from the rigors of your travels, we stand ready to meet your every need. Oh, cool! They're like the first entry here, like a tavern port. Like, hey, you want a board? You want food and drink? We're here. Also, who are you? Fancy. Rasande. How lovely to see a fellow Eorzean so far from home. As one with experience in the wonders and dangers of the Far East, allow me to offer you some advice. Always keep your weapons close at hand. Oh, really? That dangerous here, even in the city? Oh, look, it's the staircase that goes up to other floors. Hayataka? And then this absolute beast of a man, he says, would you please stop gobbling your food like an uncultured hog? You're like to choke on your chopsticks. Uraki. Ah, an Ijin. Come, sit with me and have a drink. I would hear the fantastic tale of your travels. Oh, these doors open with bridges and stuff like that. This is cool. Cool city, cool city. Alright, let's keep going on our tour. I got distracted with exploring. So last time we had just arrived at the city of Kugane, and immediately I was just like, what's up this tower? So this is interesting. And then I was just like, oh, there's a jumping puzzle here, because I saw a bunch of other players playing it, because they add sort of like for sightseeing, some of those sightseeing locations in like the cities where you don't have flying, for example, they added some like little jumping puzzle aspects, which I really love. I love the jumping puzzles. I found it was a lot of fun, but whew, boy, this one was tough, and I enjoyed it. I liked getting to the top, but then they were just like, hey, you're at the top. What if you had to make a really precise jump that you could only get from the top, on top of the sightseeing location up there? And I was just like, this is the tower, by the way, that you had to climb. Like, it starts, see those little like things here sticking out from the wall? It starts here, you go up this way, you go around, you go up this way, and you see sort of up there. Oh, somebody's up there. Oh, somebody's made it to the top. Yeah, look at them go. There they are. Then they have to make this jump onto this little light post. Lamp post, little, I don't know, banner post. Oh, right, no, this lamp post. This lamp post right here. This is the right one. Oh, he missed. That was him trying to make the jump. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's a very precise jump, and the fact that you have to do it from the top of the tower, and if you miss, you have to climb back up the entire thing again. That's too much, Square Enix. Already having to climb that tower and then also make that precise jump on top of it, too much. But yeah, that happened last time. It was a lot of fun. But I went like 2 hours over to the time that I usually do the stream, just like, because I climbed the tower once. I was like, great, okay, let's hop down. And then I was like, oh no, I had to try and make this jump here. So I was like, oh shit. So I climbed the tower and again, and I tried to make the jump. I failed. I climbed the tower again. I tried to make the jump. I failed. I climbed the tower for the 4th time now, and then I make it. On my 3rd attempt at jumping, but my 4th time climbing the tower, because the first time I climbed the tower, I was like, all right, I'm done, and then I just hopped down, and then I was like, oh shit. You probably had to make the jump from there, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, I would have liked to only climb that tower once. I did not need to climb it multiple times, but hey, at least now I'm an old hat expert at climbing that tower. I'm an old hat expert. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. But it sort of got me distracted from continuing along the main quest here. And this is where we currently are. We're about to explore the city, see where the city goes. Yeah, alright, Alphino? I do not like the cut of that man's jib, not one bit. I agree. Look at Tataru here looking out. Tataru came with us as well, and she was just like, alright, take me to the first tavern. I'm time to do what I do best. She's our little informant on the ground. She also like had a moment with the pirate where she blackmailed him. He was originally not going to take us. He was just like, what do I gain out of this? And then she was just like, hey, I hear there's a Lord Durandare's heir, son. There's a big ransom out on him for returning his son, who was apparently lost at sea. And it was apparently that pirate. And so Tataru basically blackmailed him. To be like, oh, if only he had news of where his son was. That was amazing. Star, you're great. I say, what is that smell wafting from yonder tea house? Could it be... Yes. Could it just possibly be the scent of whispered secrets waiting to be overheard? Fucking Totaro here. Totaro has known the life of taverns and gossip and keeping her ear to the ground, and she's just like, yes, I'm a secret informant now. I know the ways of the tavern. Yes, what's that? What's that smell? Intrigue? Secrets? Ah, yes. Lise, hello. Were you looking out over here? It's a nice sight, isn't it? Look at that, like, the work here, mosaic stuff, big gate and etc. Even the Aetherites look different here. Oh yeah, the Aetherites, yeah. That shit's cool. I like it. Alize? I note that our would-be host has elected to dress in the local fashion. Yeah, why not? If you're gonna live here for a while, at least go a little bit more under the radar, you know? Do as the locals do, right? Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You are now standing in Tenkonto. Cool. We're getting a little bit of a tour. Loosely translated, the name means Spires of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the Aetherite which stands over yonder. Oh, a spire for drifting souls. I see. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. The design is markedly different from those of Charlayan, yet I trust its function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar. Well, wonders never cease. This guy. I was expecting to he really tried to rile up Alphino at the beginning too. He was like mentioning Crystal Braves and stuff like that. It was crazy. These guys just aren't getting along immediately. Far Eastern Aetherite technologies have a long and storied tradition, I assure you. This particular example was constructed by the Onishishu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. Attune, if you like. I already did. The first thing I do, I rushed it. They were just like, hey Kevin, what's up? I'm just like, excuse me, just one moment. I'll be right back in a second. All right, I'm tuned. Okay, we're good. Continue. Of course, actually, before I could even get there, I got caught up in the drumming puzzle because there's the docks out there, and I walked through this building. I was just like, let me explore this building a little bit, and then I was just like, oh, a jumping puzzle. And then I got into that, and I'm like, I haven't even gotten to the Aetherite Plaza yet. All right, Hancock, we continuing? Ooh, rings. Okay, I got a ring, I believe, from the dungeon. Yeah, I got a ring from a dungeon, which is 260, so the dungeon that was on the way here. By the way, our ship got attacked on the way here, and it was by a weird, like, ghost sea creature sort of thing. It was like a haunted lighthouse island that we got dragged to out at the sea. Exciting times. Yeah, we'll go with the... I am going to be leveling the samurai eventually, but we'll go with the gladiator. And Kako very much like to continue talking. Very much like to continue talking. He loves the sound of his own voice. Where the streets are paved with koban. What does that mean? Beautiful though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the Aetherite. Come, come, let us move along. The markets are next. Alright, this guy tour guiding us. This is such a beautiful city. They hit it out of the park for this. Senryu. We have some of our finest performing today. Why deprive yourself of this wondrous spectacle? Save yourself the stabbing pain of regret and come to see the show. Oh, this is where like a theater is. Look at that eyeshadow, dude. Cool, cool. Itaru? Be still, my heart. A market. Ah, dude, that's cool. Like, look at this lantern and stuff like that. This place really lights up at night, too. It's really beautiful. Well, I would expect no less of a bustling port. Yeah, considering this is the only port open to outsider trade, yeah, there's probably so much trade going on here. No sign of Gosetsu or Yugiri here. Not that I expected to stumble across them just like that, though it would have been nice. I agree, it would have been nice, but yeah. Oh, Alice, you looking at this building here? Yeah, this is like a theater or something. Oh, also, like, Alice got gifted a blade by Urianger as we took the boat here. So yeah, she's also got this swanky new blade and is officially a Red Mage. As Red Mage came out with this expansion, I believe. Just look at this garish design. Not fond of subtlety, are they? Is that a theater over there? I think that is supposed to be standouty. I believe I've already tuned to this Aether Shard. Yes, I have. I haven't tuned all of them yet. I was just wandering around the city a little because there was other sightseeing locations. So after I was done with this one, they were much easier, not as hard as this jumping puzzle. But yeah. No, I never, this side of the tower you never really got to, but I think if you fall off here, you might drop down there and you could maybe try to climb back up here. I think that might have been the gist of it, maybe. Sort of like one facey fallback measure, perhaps. Luckily for like all this section of the tower, if you fall, usually you go down here, so you just start from this part again. You don't have to start all the way at the bottom, but yeah. Sorry, that little jumping puzzle that I did at the tail end of the last stream. All right, Hancock. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane, Kugane Dori. Kugane, as you are doubtless unaware, sorry, why would you be aware, is an ancient Hingan word for gold. So in this prosperous port where golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes, or Kugane, are earned by the local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn the language. So Kugane is gold and Kogane is lesser fortunes. So Kugane is golden fortunes and then Kogane is lesser fortunes. Okay. Get a piece of the gold of the city, you know? Now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh, a kindred spirit. What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. Hard-won coin, not ill-won coin. Yeah, solidarity between the merchants folk. Hello, friend. Hancock of the East Alanard Trading Company. You are with clients today. Why, if it isn't Master Keaton, pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guests, but recently come from distant Eorzea. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kugane Dore. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I am Keaton of Hakuchi clan. Of the Hakuchi clan. And it is my honor to serve as overseer of these markets. Oh. Wow, nice to meet you, overseer. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currencies. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, we have transfer currencies. Rest assured, yours in guild are welcome here. I invite you to peruse our wares at your leisure. I guess they could trade it for, like, you know, Eorzean goods. I'm sure there's probably like a currency exchange somewhere. They're just like, yeah, you can just give it and the merchants will exchange the currency. Music's so great. Arms, armor, foodstuffs, potables. Here you will find all of them and more. Oh, what? We're hanging back with Alice a little bit? There was a little thing with Alice. We didn't actually say anything, but it was interesting that the rest of the group rolled on. I was just like, yeah, Alice, what do you have to say? Yeah, let's keep going, Calvin. Okay. Armor, arms dealer, apothecary, material supplier, independent culinarian, all the vendors. Oh, hello, Ibarra. Hello. My, you have a sorry look to you. Go on now, you've no business here. Sorry look to me, Jesus. I have nothing cheap enough to sell the likes of you. Oh, it's shut down. Oh my goodness. Wow. How dare you? Yamabuki. Is there aught you seek? You need look no further than my shop. Come and find all that your heart desires. Oh, look at I love these, like, banners. Look how colorful that is. That's so cool. Alright, Alfino? The district up ahead has a different air about it. Don't think I haven't memorized every detail of that street. Every detail. There's at least half a dozen shops that will soon be enjoying my custom. Glad you're already finding your way to Taro. We're actually quite far from the docks now, aren't we? This place is bigger than I thought. Yeah, the city's pretty big city. It's beautiful, dude. This is like the Ishgard of Stormblood, I guess. Please. Where to next, I wonder? If we may pause here for a moment. Pause, look to your right, and you will see this road leads to the Ijingai, the district in which Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. I think in Japanese, I think it's Gaijin. So this isn't. They've sort of created this sort of like this like a different language sort of like thing here. Obviously, taking from Japanese. Ijingai, sort of like rearrange some stuff. So yeah, like, because I'm pretty sure Gaijin is foreigners in Japanese. There's an Ethernet shard. So where foreigners reside. I guess that's why maybe some differently designed buildings here. I guess if you have enough money for coin, you can be like, we'd like to purchase stuff here. They did say that there's a lot of embassies here as well. For the different nations that Hancock said at the beginning that a lot of different nations, as this is the only port open to foreigners in Hingashi, a lot of nations have interest here, and so a lot of them have embassies to get a foot in the door into this nation. So there's a bit of a shadow war of influence going on here with different nations. Would this also be where the foreign embassies are found? Including that of of a certain empire? Precisely. So you see, it would not at all be unusual to cross paths with our Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations, after all. Such spats being strictly forbidden. The Sekisegumi, which is like the law enforcement here, punish breaches of the peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation. Though to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. Holy fuck. Yeah, it's not common to be the one violation exiled. No, that's not common to do that. They would rather be executed. What? Cut down then and there? You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, these samurai are a humorless lot. Samurai. I'd be so interested to do this in the stuff of my samurai. I'm going for paladin, leveling up paladin next. But then afterwards it's gonna be samurai, and that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I recall one instance when a foreign merchant in his cups dared lay hands upon a Hingan aristocrat in front of the Sekisegumi. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. Holy shit. Damn, man. Holy fuck. Yeah, this place strict, dude. They don't know zero tolerance policy, dude. No leeway. No error allowed. I don't even want to think about that. So as you see, it would behoove you to behave. By the way, we're trusting this man's every single word about this city. He could be feeding us utter bullshit. We wouldn't know. We need a second opinion. So as you see, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another. Or you with yourselves in the manner of the late Teleji Adeleji. You know, remember how he got cut down? Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay. Still shooting the shark pose, like, dude, really? Three of us are shocked. Lisa's just like, Alice's just like, oh yeah, I wasn't there for that, so I didn't necessarily see that moment, but how did Telechi died, guys? I wasn't there. Oh, how I amuse myself, but we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Savannian Consulate. Honestly, just like, yeah, well, okay. I'm the third. I'll go first, guys. I love Alice. Straight as an arrow, that one. Very straightforward. But first, the Ethernet shot this way. Mulneth. Hello, sirs. Very fancy garb. May I inquire as to what this beautiful estate is? I'm just a tourist and I'm very curious. I love your emblems. Yes, this is the Savannian Consulate. No, you may not enter without official business. Thavnarian? Elaborate? Elaboration, okay. Good day to you, sirs. Oh, a garden. Already attuned. Attuned to the Savannian Consulate. Is the Garlean stuff? I don't know. Festus. Hello, sir. I'm completely not a suspicious character. What is this fine building that's behind you? I'm just a tourist from not Eorzea. That's close enough, savage. Wow. So rude. I must have paid a lot of coin to get in on this. Please? So that building's full of Garleans. Alfino? Compared to the Hingan architecture, this seems drab and uninspired. Or maybe perhaps I've simply had my fill of Garlean aesthetics, such as they are. Yeah, it's alright. It could use more color. I guess this place is very colorful, which I love. Yeah, the Garlean stuff, very straightforward, colorless place. So is this, but you know, this shit fancy. Alright, Tataru. Danger, excitement, intrigue. Oh my. Oh my. Tataru, always ready for. This will make a great story. Some may call it unwise to loiter outside the gates of a hostile empire's consulate. Not me, though. I just walked straight up here. I was like, whatever, they can't touch me here. I think it was unwise as well. This, as you may have surmised, is the consulate of you-know-who. What is this? Like the freaking Voldemort out in this bitch? Mark the guards at the gate. Are their uniforms not different from those you have seen in the West? Oh, I guess slightly. It really does come across as Garlean, though. Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs. All of which goes to show that even a massive empire seeking to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. Seeking to rule all of creation. Yeah, I guess you would also have to buy local maybe, and maybe they know how to make a certain armor type, and they just sort of tailor it more towards the Empire's aesthetics. Alright, this is... and a summoner ring. I believe... hold on a second. Yeah, I believe we could use that summoner ring, because I'm pretty sure we're good. We have a 270 ring, and then we have the 261 from the dungeon, so yeah. We will be taking the summoner ring. Oh, no, wait, this is a bracelet. Oh, never mind. God damn. They're all so circular. I'm just like, that's a ring. I don't really feel like it's a bracelet. I believe I still have 270 on this one. I don't know if I have 270 on summoner. I might. Hold a moment. Yes. Okay, so we'll just get the material. Hancock seems to be quite pleased with himself. There's oh so much more I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the ephemeral delights of the pleasure district. But you are doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let's retire to the company offices. Can't believe Dolorito has purchased offices here. Yeah, apparently there's also out this way. There's the hot springs. Oh no, this is barracks, and then somewhere around here is the hot springs. Oh, here we go. Bokoisan hot springs. I guess overlooking the ocean. And did they go there to pick? Is this? It's good to see a fellow Eorzean. This looks like, I guess this is Thainland? Is this the offices? Okay, no, we already got this one. So we're missing Pier 1 and the Ruby Bazaar. It says the current location is the Ruby Bazaar right now. Oh, okay, no, that's why. It's the current that's our current location. Okay, never mind. We're not missing it. We're on top of it. I see. So let's just go out and get the Pier 1 Aetherites so that we can complete the Aetherites here. Is this open? I might be running out here just for it not to open. I think it should open, shouldn't it? Oh, it does open. Big gate, big gate. Get some storehouses for goods coming in. Right, a fancy boat, Umikaze, sitting up there. Kikimo, hello. A Lalafell. It's my job to procure rare items, more specifically, rare items from the Ruby Sea for the East Aldenard Trading Company. Oh, okay, you're with Lolorito's crew. This, however, has become increasingly difficult of late due to the restrictions that have been placed on trade in Kugane. I see. Expedition ferryman. Cool. Vigonati, picker of locks. Botan, hello? Tell me, have you heard of the Triple Triad? I have. It's a most wondrous game. The researchers here at the pier have been teaching me how to play. It seems simple enough at first, but it's actually quite complex. Why, I could spend all day sitting here thinking of stratagems. In fact, I often do just that. Yeah, not for me, though. Not for me. Card game thing that you can play in this game. When not a commission, miss? No? You're still welcome to have a look inside, but please don't yelp when the heat hits your face. It distracts the smiths from their work. Oh, it's a smithery. You can actually walk into it. Hello. The perfect blade can only be forged by those who have cleared their mind of all thoughts not related to the task at hand. Those who do not understand this most basic of swordsmithing principles are banned from taking up hammer at my forge. I see. Oh, cool forge dude. Hello. Quality armor cannot be forged without first considering the wearer. A master craft for the patron's purpose, not to satisfy her own. And Unryu, hello. Ora. Kugane teams with merchants always coming and going, and we receive a great many commissions. It is my task to see that Kukajia's shelves remain fully stocked with the various materials of our craft. That's very cool. It's been an honor observing. Thank you. Where's this Aetheryte? I think I passed it. Oh, I totally did pass it. It was sort of like hiding behind these crates here. Alright. You've attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards of Kugane. The airship landing is now accessible as an Ethernet destination. Oh, right, they do have an airship landing here, so I guess it'll be easy to teleport back. But yeah, let's go over back to the Ruby Bazaar. And then let us go in here, I guess. This is where we gotta go. Oh my god, dude. Shiny floors, dude. Oh, look at this. Oh, nice couch. Looks like not very plush, but a lot of room on it. Oh, it's got the Uldan symbol. Oh, these are all blocked off. East Alderon Trading Company Aid. Hello, sir. Fancy jewelry you have there. Greetings, sirs and ladies, and welcome to the Kugane branch offices of East Alderon Trading Company. Alright, Alfino. Uncle Pal here probably also doing the questing. Halala. I dare say we could travel to Mercidia or the New World and find a man like Hancock waiting for us. Lolarito got freaking ears for trade everywhere. I don't know what the New World is. I know Mercidia is the continent to the south. I'm so interested to go to all these places. I'm so excited. So much lore in this world. I appreciate that a lot of this, like for until this expansion, like it was like, oh yeah, there's the Far East. We knew about it. Like you hear about these places, but you know, like it's cool that we get to go when it becomes relevant. Utaru? Ah, the unmistakable scent of wealth and power. I know it well. There's no denying that this place was built for an Uldan. Even though this feels just as out of place as the Savannian Consulate, it's a lot more comforting. Maybe it's because it's very familiar to us. Alright, do it. At long last we arrive at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices? We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, right this way. Well, these doors didn't open for me. Security measures, I'm sure you understand. Now look at all this, like, yeah, just armor and stuff on display. Is that supposed to be a little statue, Wolverito?
Our thaumaturges took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality.
Dude, the thaumaturges can ward places like that? That's so cool. I want to learn, and tell me more of the magic lore.
You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed.
He's trying to get back on our good sides again. He's just like, maybe it's not good that the Scions don't like me again. We'll give them a little something. This could get me on their good sides again. He's only contrite as long as it benefits him in some way. Just like, oh, well, we might benefit us eventually, and I guess we can do this. It's just, you know, like, the problem is, like, yeah, it's only for as long as it benefits us to be in good relations with us. As long as it somehow holds a benefit for him. That's the only reason he's contrite. Not that he sincerely regrets it. He'd do it again if it benefited him. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the root of the problem. And like the consequences of the banquet were, like, maybe Minfilia would have become one with Hydaelyn some other way. Like she did. So maybe we'd still end up losing Minfilia eventually, but Yustola lost her sight. Thancred is also blind in one eye. Because of all that fucking nonsense. Like, these are some things you can't get back. Like, a lot of people died. I imagine. You know, thinking about it, like, I guess a lot of the Crystal Braves died trying to fight us, maybe. Some of them probably died in the collapse of the tunnel. I guess there, besides the Crystal Braves and stuff like that, I guess nobody, I don't know if any of ours died. I mean, in the defense of the Rising Stones as well, because the Crystal Braves did take over the Rising Stones nearly immediately in conjunction with the banquet, so some of them lived, but I think some of them might have died as well. Like, it was all for, like, there was no reason why Lolorito had to, like, he knew of Telegia's schemes, all he had to do was come forward with it. Or find a different way that didn't involve tossing the Scions under the bus. But he tossed the Scions under the bus anyway.
Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, words are air. You know, it's hard to ever consider us square. We'll always be distrusting of Lolorito, because like I said, he's not actually contrite. He would do it again. But if he wishes to give us something, as long as we're not beholden to him later, you know, so we're not going to give any favors to Lolorito, so we'll take it. As long as we're not beholden to them.
By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
Yes, we are. But how does this coincide with your interests?
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
Those are our ties to the Doman resistance, is Yugiri. And then also Gosetsu, who we met at the tail end of the last expansion.
The Auri Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugane.
Wow, this guy has been monitoring everything, man. Damn. It's like it's our business to know things. Oh my god, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I would figure, you know, Yugiri would be super stealth, but, you know, maybe not Gosetsu.
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
That's our problem as well.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Sorry, I've never been really good at geography. Which sea is that? I figured it's just the sea between here and Doma. Thanks for
Forgive me.
clarifying, Lise.
This calls for a map.
Yeah, we would like a map of the area. That'd be grand. Tataro's like, oh heck yeah, a map. Oh, here we are. This is where we currently are. This port.
We are here in Kugane, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast.
Oh, so I guess this is the entirety of Hingashi, so we're sort of like even a separate little island from this one. I unfortunately, you know, I don't read Eorzean. So like some of this is just backwards. Like this is just a backwards D. So I can't read what this is. But this is all part of the of authored, which is this section of the continent. There's like the authored, and then Ilsabard is where the Garlean Empire is, and then there's Eorzea, which is where we are. It's sort of like separated into like 3 different parts of the continent, because it's all one continent. We're not separated by sea or anything like that. There's no ocean. I guess this is Ruby Sea, I guess? This is definitely Ruby. This is an R, because... No, wait, that's a K, so that's Kugane. So this is... something? I need to look at how to read Eorzean, because I cannot. But they'll probably tell us. Oh, maybe... No, it's... Who knows?
Doma, meanwhile,
This is
is
Doma.
here on the eastern coast of Othard in Yansha.
This is the one river that they were talking about. That we talked to some of our Doman allies in the Rising Stones to ask them about information, and one of them told us about the one river. It's here on the eastern coast of Othard, in Yansha, which I guess maybe is like, you know, it'd be like Limza Laminza in Lenosha on Eorzea. So it's like Doma in Yansha in Othard?
Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma,
Ruby Sea.
they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy.
Fascinating. Really, truly. There's a third party that negotiates all sea trade between here? Where's their headquarters? I guess maybe it's just a seafaring maybe city that has taken control of this. Is that their flag? Complicated flag, dude.
Said maritime collective is known for the
Maritime
consummate
Collective.
skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe.
Ruby
In
Tide.
exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory.
Okay.
Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy.
Okay. So are they not getting a lot of trade right now because nobody wants to go to Doma because it's under Garlean control. But I guess like they have an embassy here in Kugane, so maybe they still do make trade.
The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of
change of plan.
Doma had other ideas, however, She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire.
Okay, yeah, we did hear that a witch, specifically the Domans that called her a witch. I guess she's the acting Imperial Viceroy. Though I guess technically in the absence of Xenos. She said recently appointed. So when they conquered it 25 years ago, they were just like, nay, we don't want anything to do with the Confederacy. But now she's just like, oh yeah, the Confederacy, like we don't recognize them.
Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the ruby tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
Ooh. So them not wanting to get in the bad side of Garlemald is like, they'd be like, hey, don't conquer us. Ha ha ha. It's just like, yeah, okay, we'll also agree. Oh yeah, these guys, bad eggs. Thanks for the geography lesson and the faction lesson, sir.
No wonder they struggled.
Once again, we are trusting this guy's word a lot. I guess he.
What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
Someone of the Confederacy themselves. I mean, if we pay them, I don't know, we got money. If we pay them, maybe they'd be willing to escort us.
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process.
Yeah, maybe we'll find who their source was.
And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
Really? Interesting. No quid pro quo. It's just like, yes, aid them. Give them whatever they want. Really? I guess he really sees the benefit of us fighting the Empire. I'm just like, oh, well, we can let them try and it won't be too much off of us. They probably won't ask for a lot, maybe. I don't know. Maybe sees this as a minor investment. Oh, yes, dude. You're so convincing with your smile. Really, setting us at ease. Please. I'm not sure how I imagined our time in the Far East unfolding, but definitely didn't involve Uldans, and especially not these Uldans. Still, whatever works, right? Yeah, I mean, we can't like a give horse in the mouth. There are only ties here. We shouldn't trust everything this guy says, and they're definitely always after their own business, but if they want, once again, they could so easily screw us over. We cannot trust them not to screw us over. But if we're only gathering information from them, then I think this could be okay, maybe. He's not exaggerating when he spoke of the ward's efficacy. Whoever wove them did so with consummate skill. What, do you sense the magic? Do you sense the magic? Tell me the lore. Wataru? Oh, this place takes me back. It reminds me of the workshop of an Uldan lapidary I once served. Lapidary. Definition. Relating to stone and gems and the work involved in engraving, cutting, and polishing. I see. Hancock? I must confess I'm an avid collector of all things Far Eastern. See for yourself, I insist. Okay. We've already seen this. We got like, what is it, a microscope? Oh. Some other stuff. I think this is some sort of game, a statue. This is like a piece of coral or like something painted to look like coral, a bonsai tree. I guess these are specific weapons. Some of these don't necessarily look necessarily Far Eastern. A fireplace, a fan. Okay. A Moogle. There are also Moogles in the Far East. Alright. Alfino? Though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Lulavito's debt, we must avail ourselves of what means are available. Yeah, we haven't signed any contracts. We agreed to nothing. Don't take any coin from him either. Our Lemigan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them.